Do you want to know why your first million hasn't arrived yet, even after so much effort, so much faith, so much visualization? Because it doesn't come when you seek it. It comes when the field is forced to recognize you. There is a vibrational decree that, when activated, makes money seek you out. And that's what the universe is trying to show you now. The problem is that almost no one understands what really makes this decree work. Most people think that manifesting means insisting, trying again, repeating affirmations, visualizing constantly, doing everything to convince the universe. But the truth is that the universe never needed convincing. It only responds to what you vibrate, not what you desire. Therefore, the more you strive to prove you're ready, the more the field reads the opposite signal, that of lack, of distance, of waiting. And money, which is a precise frequency, continues to simply observe, waiting for you to remember the truth that creates everything. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Think for a moment. How many times have you visualized, affirmed, believed, and yet something seemed to get stuck in the middle of the road? Nothing flowed. Opportunities seemed to disappear just as they were about to happen. It wasn't bad luck. It was the field showing you that the vibration of your request wasn't yet coherent with the vibration of the result. The universe never denies, it only expects coherence. And it is in this gap between what you want and what you vibrate that true transformation resides. The quantum field doesn't speak the language of effort. It understands the language of coherence. When your thought and your feeling become one, when you stop wanting and start being, the decree is issued. And this decree doesn't come from your mouth. It comes from your heart. It is silent, but so powerful that it causes the field to reorganize itself instantly. In that instant, money, the right people, opportunities, and paths begin to move toward you without resistance. But while the heart vibrates with doubt and the mind vibrates with desire, there is noise. And noise prevents the field from decoding your intention. That's why so many try, but few sustain it. Because the secret isn't doing more, it's feeling differently. The field doesn't need words, it needs emotion. And when emotion is misaligned, the universe goes into standby mode. It observes, adjusts, reorganizes, until you remember that the decree isn't a request, it's an identity. You don't say, "I want to be rich." You vibrate, "I am already prosperity in motion." But there's something even deeper. Before the decree is issued, the universe needs to test whether you truly are the decree or just the intention. And these tests don't come in the form of clear signs. They come as silence, as delays, as reversals, as days when nothing seems to happen. It's in these moments that the field measures whether your faith is vibrational or conditional, whether you vibrate abundance only when everything flows, or whether you can remain in the state of wealth even when there are no signs of it. This is the point where most people back down, but it's also the point where reality begins to give way. The universe is mathematical. The vibration of lack and the vibration of abundance can never occupy the same space. When you insist on asking, you vibrate absence. When you give thanks, you vibrate completeness. And that's why great manifestors don't ask, they decree. They enter the vibration of those who have already received. And this simple shift in consciousness changes everything, because the field doesn't create from what's missing. It reflects what is recognized as complete. You may not have realized it yet, but your first million already exists. It's already vibrating on a line of reality where you hold it without fear, without doubt, without guilt. This reality doesn't need to be created, only accessed. And the portal to access it opens when your internal state becomes compatible with it. The field calls this the point of coherence. It's the moment you stop observing the world from a place of scarcity and begin observing it from a place of certainty. At that point, the field bends. External reality, previously resistant, begins to obey. And what seemed impossible manifests itself with ease. But the path to this point requires something few can sustain: presence. Presence is the state where the past no longer dictates your emotions and the future no longer hijacks your energy. It's the moment when the now becomes enough. And when the now is enough, the field understands. You've learned to vibrate abundance even without seeing the results. It is in this silence that the decree is activated. Because the energy of creation doesn't live in haste, it lives in permanence. And while you vibrate anxiety, the universe interprets it as a lack of readiness. But when you vibrate gratitude before any test, it understands that you are ready. And then the flow opens. What prevents your first million is not destiny. It's your vibrational state. The field doesn't give you what you asked for. It returns what you've become. Therefore, the real work isn't outside but inside. It's not about changing reality. It's about changing the internal field that creates that reality. And when that happens, money ceases to be a goal and becomes a consequence. Because abundance isn't something you seek, it's something you emit. And when the emission is pure, the return is inevitable. Have you ever noticed how everything seems more difficult when you feel pressed for time, for bills, for circumstances? It's because pressure closes the channel. Haste vibrates fear, and fear vibrates separation. But trust vibrates unity, and unity is what activates the decree. When you trust, the field understands it no longer needs to test you. It begins to align with your new energetic signature. And the longer you remain in this state, the faster matter begins to respond. It's at this point that many think the universe has finally listened. But the truth is, it has always listened. You are the one who finally spoke its language. And this language isn't made of words. It's made of feelings, of vibrations, of sustained frequencies, of silent decisions that say, I trust, even without seeing. I vibrate, even without tasting. This is the vibrational signature that compels the field to recognize you as the source of what you asked for. This is what transforms desire into decree and decree into reality. The first million is not an amount. It's a state of consciousness. It's the vibration of security, freedom, and the certainty that the universe is too abundant for you to lack anything. When this vibration stabilizes, money appears only as a reflection. It manifests in the right ideas, the right contacts, the right opportunities. It's not luck, it's attunement. Because the field doesn't understand effort. It understands frequency. And when you vibrate at the frequency of completeness, the universe reorganizes itself to reflect that. The invisible becomes visible, the intangible takes shape. The first million, which seemed distant, approaches as a natural response to coherence. All the universe wants to know is, do you already vibrate like someone who possesses what you asked for? Or do you still wait to receive it before you feel complete? This is the silent question the field asks you every day, and every emotion you feel is a response it hears. If the answer is fear, it waits. If it's doubt, it pauses. But if it's gratitude, it acts. And when it acts, nothing can stop what's on its way. Because in the quantum field, the true decree is irrevocable. Perhaps now you understand why your first million hasn't arrived yet. It's not stuck, it's just waiting for you to enter the vibration of those who already have it. And when that happens, there will be no effort, no rush, no doubt. There will be only fluidity. You will realize that money has always been moving toward you, but you haven't yet been still enough to let it reach you. And this is the first secret of the divine decree. Money doesn't come when you run. It comes when you vibrate presence. When the field recognizes peace where there was once haste, when it feels coherence where there was once conflict. And in that instant, the entire universe moves to fulfill what is already yours. The field doesn't respond to what you do. It responds to who you are. And this is where most people get confused. Many think that thriving is the result of more action, more strategy, more movement. But in the vibrational universe, the more you strive, the more you confirm absence. Effort is the mind's subtle way of telling the field, I don't have it yet. And the field obediently replicates that same vibration. Everything you experience now is merely a reflection of what you've vibrated so far. Nothing more. The field is neutral. It doesn't judge, reward, or punish. It simply reflects. And the mirror doesn't decide what to reflect, it returns what's before it. Therefore, when you vibrate fear, the field returns situations that justify that fear. When you vibrate trust, the field returns coincidences that confirm trust. And it is at this point that the deepest understanding of the divine decree is born. But there's something no one tells you. Vibrational coherence doesn't manifest when everything is fine. It arises when you manage to remain at peace in the midst of chaos. It's easy to vibrate faith when the money arrives, but it's in this silence, when it hasn't arrived yet, that the field measures your consistency. It wants to know if your faith is a stable emotion or just a temporary reaction, because the decree is only activated when the emotion becomes immutable, when your vibration remains the same even without guarantees. This is the point at which the field understands. It has already become the new state. But what defines the strength of these waves is not the size of the stone, but the consistency with which you throw it. It's not about doing a lot, it's about vibrating the same feeling with purity and stability. This is what creates a field coherent enough to collapse matter. And money is just one of the ways the universe shows you that you're maintaining the right vibration. The universe is precise. It doesn't miss a path, but it needs stability to respond. This is why haste and doubt are the greatest vibrational saboteurs. They interrupt the signal, break the flow, and generate noise. And the field, upon noticing noise, pauses, not to punish you, but to preserve the precision of the result. It's as if to say, wait, you're still oscillating between fear and certainty. I need you to choose who you are. And that's where true vibrational practice comes in. Decision. Because decision isn't mental, it's energetic. When you truly decide, something changes in your body. Your breathing changes, your heart rate changes, your gaze changes, your vibration changes. The field feels this change instantly because it doesn't react to time, it reacts to frequency. And the frequency of decision is one of the most powerful there is. It says to the universe, from now on I am this. And the universe responds, then so be it. Divine decree isn't about spiritual authority, it's about vibrational stability. What compels the field to recognize you isn't a pretty phrase, it's the vibration of someone who no longer doubts. And this vibration only appears when the mind and heart stop fighting each other. The mind thinks, the heart feels, and the field translates this union as coherence. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this electromagnetic synchrony. It's the moment when the energy you emit is so harmonious that the field doesn't just respond, it obeys. This is the basis of the divine decree, the vibration of inner order. And when that order is achieved, the field rearranges everything around it to match it. But there is a previous, silent, and inevitable step. The field needs to dissolve the old identity. That part of you that still believes it's difficult, unfair, and too late. Because as long as that version exists, the new decree has nowhere to anchor itself. Therefore, before delivering the new, the universe confronts you with the old. It shows you everything that still vibrates misalignment, in your emotions, your reactions, your habits, not to punish you but to free you. It is in this confrontation that you discover whether your vibration is real or conditional, and what seemed like a regression is actually the field testing you in love. Perhaps that's why the process seems so contradictory. You feel like you're evolving, but reality still feels the same. You feel the expansion within, but the external world still doesn't respond. This lag is normal. It's the echo of the old field vibrating while the new one is still stabilizing. It's like the sound that lingers in the air even after the song ends. It gradually fades until silence announces, now the new can begin. And it's in this silence that most give up. But silence isn't absence. It's construction. It's the field working on another scale. In a time that isn't yours, you just need to keep the vibration active, even when nothing seems to be happening, because the field doesn't forget. It's simply aligning the invisible so that when the visible happens, everything holds. And this is the turning point. When your vibration remains even in the face of emptiness, the universe understands that you have become the decree. Think of the decree as a quantum code. It's not a set of words, it's an energetic signature. When you vibrate the gratitude of those who have already received, the field recognizes this signature as a command and begins to respond. But when you vibrate the anxiety of those who are still waiting, it reads it as doubt and pauses. This is the difference between asking and decreeing. Asking is a vibration of lack. Decreeing is a vibration of certainty. And the universe moves only in the direction of certainty. But it's not about pretending everything is okay. It's not about denying fear. It's about not identifying with it. Fear is just the echo of the old field trying to survive. And it dissolves when you observe it without getting lost in it. Every time you feel fear and breathe, the field understands. It's no longer reacting, it's choosing. And choice is key, because the field always returns what you choose to hold as truth. Choose trust and trust multiplies. Choose doubt and doubt echoes. It's simple, but it takes courage to sustain the right choice amidst the noise. And the right choice is always a vibration of love. Love for yourself, for the process, for the invisible. Love is the most coherent vibrational state there is. It's the emotion that collapses matter fastest because it's the frequency closest to the source. And when you begin to love the path, even without understanding the destination, the field expands. Synchronicities increase, ideas emerge, opportunities appear. None of this is luck. It's correspondence. The field simply reflects what you're feeling right now. When the decree activates, there's no noise. Everything flows. The right people appear, the right doors open, the right situations align. But it's not because something magical happened. It's because you finally got off the path. Fear stopped interfering. Haste stopped blocking. And the field could do what it always knew how to do: deliver. Money, at this point, is no longer a symbol of scarcity, but a symbol of coherence. It becomes physical proof that your vibration has stabilized. And the first million, which once seemed impossible, is now inevitable. Because it's no longer about achieving, it's about sustaining. You've learned to be the field, and the field now only needs to recognize you. And when the field recognizes you, everything moves. Situations begin to fall into place with precision. Coincidences become evidence. You begin to realize that nothing was by chance. Every delay, every silence, every test was the field training you for this moment. The decree is not a miracle. It is the natural result of someone who has learned to remain. Remain, because the field has already heard you. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Let the air in slowly, as if life itself were filling you now. And as you exhale, imagine that all the weight of haste, doubt, and scarcity dissolves into the air. Breathe again, but this time with intention. Feel the energy enter through the crown of your head and descend to your heart. There, in the center of your chest, is where the field begins to respond. The vibration isn't born in the words, it's born in the feeling behind them. And what activates the divine decree isn't the sound that comes out of your mouth. It's the emotion that vibrates within you. As you breathe, realize that the universe isn't far away. It's within the very air you breathe, within the space between one thought and the next, within the silence that exists now. This is the field, and the field is listening. Now, bring your attention to your heart. Imagine a soft light there, a golden light, pulsing in time with your breath. With each inhalation it grows. With each exhalation it spreads. And as this light expands, it begins to envelop your entire body. You feel the warmth, the calm, the certainty. It's as if the universe is watching you back, recognizing the vibration you're emitting. And in that instant, the decree begins to form. Say internally, I am the decree in motion. I am the vibration of abundance in action. Don't repeat it like an automatic mantra. Feel it. Feel the weight of these words echoing within you. Feel the meaning of each one transform into vibration. The field doesn't respond to pronunciation, it responds to coherence. So before you continue, align yourself with what you're saying. It's not a phrase you speak, it's a truth you become. Now visualize money not as numbers, but as living energy. A golden current circulating through the universe, flowing freely, without resistance. This energy belongs to no one. It responds to the vibration that calls it. And as you breathe, imagine this golden current coming toward you, drawn by your field. It comes with lightness, as if you were returning home. Because that's what's happening. Money isn't coming to you for the first time. It's finding you again. The universe is simply fulfilling an ancient order, a vibrational decree issued at a time when your heart was in complete coherence with abundance. And now, you're remembering that vibration. You're returning to where it all began. The vibration of already being. The vibration of completeness. The vibration of the silent certainty of knowing that the field has already responded. Breathe again. Feel your chest expand. Feel your body relax. And say within yourself, the field is already on its way. Money has already recognized me. Abundance is already moving toward me. As you say it, see the images emerge in your mind, not as a desire, but as a memory. Not as something you want to experience, but as something you're remembering that has already happened. Because in the quantum field, time is not linear. Everything that exists now. And when you feel as if it were already real, the universe understands. The decree has been confirmed. The field vibrates in emotional responses. It doesn't understand I want, I need, one day. It understands I am. It already is. It is done. These expressions aren't magic words. They're vibrational keys. They open portals within your energy system, connecting you to the corresponding frequency. And the more you repeat them with feeling, the more the field registers. Every intensely felt emotion is a signature sent to the universe. And the universe doesn't ignore signatures, it fulfills them. Now imagine yourself inside a white, immense, silent space. It's the field in its purest form. There is no time, no limits, no lack. There is only energy, pulsating in harmony. And within this space, you see a version of yourself, calm, confident, fulfilled. This version holds in its hands the energy of your first million. But it doesn't run, doesn't fight, doesn't ask. It simply exists, and the field around it responds like an echo. Everything flows. Everything comes naturally. You understand that this version of you has always existed. It was just on a different frequency. And now as you observe it, you recognize it. And as you recognize it, you become it. Say internally, with gratitude, I now become the version of myself that the field has already recognized as abundant. Feel the change. Your body warms, your heart expands, your face relaxes. The energy of scarcity begins to fade. You are no longer vibrating as one who seeks. You are vibrating as one who already is. And the field senses this. It doesn't delay. It begins to respond. With each breath, imagine this new energy descending to the base of your spine, filling every cell, every atom, every space. It's as if your physical body is being reprogrammed, and that's what's really happening. You're becoming the decree. The body is the vehicle. The mind is the channel. The heart is the command. When the three align, the field obeys. And at that very moment, this obedience has already begun. You feel a lightness take over. Your shoulders relax, the weight of control dissolves, and your breathing deepens. This is the creator state, the vibrational state where the decree happens naturally, effortlessly, because when you become the vibration, the universe no longer needs to send you, it simply reflects. And this reflection is immediate. Now say silently, with presence and certainty, I am the divine decree in action. All that belongs to me by vibrational right is already on its way. I vibrate wealth, I vibrate security, I vibrate gratitude. Pause for a second. Feel the echo of this phrase expanding through the field. It's as if the universe itself has stopped to listen. The silence changes texture. The atmosphere feels alive. The field has recognized you. You have sent the correct signal, and the decree has been activated. Stay in this state for a few seconds. There is no more rush. Rush is absence, and presence is abundance. You don't need to visualize the money flowing in. Just feel the field adjusting around you. Feel reality bending to your new vibration. The field doesn't move through time. It moves through coherence. And now, you are coherent. When you feel the energy is stable, place a hand over your heart and repeat mentally with vibrational faith, I surrender to abundance. I release control. I trust the field. The decree is fulfilled. These words seal the process. They transform vibration into permanence. And permanence is the secret that keeps the field active, even when you no longer think about it. Because the decree isn't about thinking constantly, it's about staying in the right state. You don't need to remind the universe of your request. It's already received it. What the field needs is your constancy, your certainty, your silent vibration of gratitude. Every time you choose peace, you reaffirm the decree. Every time you give thanks, you confirm the field is still listening, and the field responds. The energy of your first million has already begun to move. You may not see it yet, but the universe is working. Reality is reorganizing. The pathways are opening. Everything that vibrates at the frequency of abundance has begun to align with your presence. And the longer you remain in this state, the faster the visible bends before the invisible. The decree has been spoken, the vibration has been felt, and the surrender has begun. Now, breathe again. Feel the air slowly enter, filling your body as if the universe itself were breathing through you. The energy that brought you here was no accident. It was a summons. The field called you and you answered. And now, in this instant, everything that was scattered begins to align. Everything that seemed distant begins to draw closer. And your first million, which until yesterday seemed an unattainable goal, begins to move like an inevitable response from the field. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is late. Time is not against you. It is with you. Because time only exists for that which has not yet vibrated coherence. But when the vibration stabilizes, time bends, and that is what is happening now. The entire universe is bowing to your new vibration. You don't need to do anything. The most important part has already been done. The energy has been emitted, the field responded, and the decree has been registered. The invisible is working. While you sleep, breathe, walk, the universe is reconfiguring routes, moving people, redesigning paths. Nothing is random anymore. Every signal, every pause, every silence is a perfect movement of the divine intelligence that guides you. The field understood the command. It recognized the vibration of certainty. And when the field recognizes, it delivers, not because you asked, but because it has become compatible with what you asked. This is the true meaning of the decree. Reality doesn't obey words, it obeys vibrations. Notice how your body feels different now. Your mind is lighter, your heart is more open, and something inside you knows that the energy has moved. This sense of peace is the signature of manifestation. It's the field telling you it is done. The universe listened, and the decree was confirmed. You don't need to rush. Prosperity has already begun to walk toward you. It is coming along the invisible road that has always been there, but which you can now see. Money is not the goal, it's the mirror. It comes as a consequence of the vibration you sustain, not as a reward for effort. And the more you vibrate peace, the more the field understands it can trust you. Because the field doesn't deliver abundance to those who still vibrate fear. It delivers it to those who vibrate stability. And you've reached this point. You've become stable. You've learned to remain. Now, look within and feel. Nothing is missing. Everything already exists within the vibration you choose to sustain. This is the Creator's state, living as if it already exists. And in this state, there is no anxiety, no rush, no doubt. There is only trust, and trust creates portals where before there were only closed doors. Trust is the signal the field was waiting for. Every cell in your body now vibrates the frequency of completeness. Your heart beats the rhythm of abundance. Your mind aligns with the flow of creation, and the universe responds to this alignment with mathematical precision. That's why the invisible feels so alive right now. You may not see it, but you can feel it. And that's all the field needs to act. Your first million isn't coming from outside. It's emerging from within. It's the reflection of the consciousness you've activated, the natural result of the vibrational coherence you've achieved. The decree has already been issued. The delivery has already begun, and the field has no choice but to fulfill what has been vibrated. So, trust, not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. Not as one who desires, but as one who has become. Because the universe only needs one certainty to act, and that certainty now vibrates within you. And this is where many get lost. They believe the secret is to activate the field, but the real secret is to remain. Remain in the vibration that attracts. Remain in the energy that sustains. Remain in the peace it creates. Because permanence is the code for materialization. It is the final proof of the decree. The field observes you in silence, and when it sees you calm, grateful, confident, even without visible proof, it understands. He's not waiting. He already is. And it is at that moment that the invisible folds. Time accelerates, the impossible approaches, and abundance collapses before you. Nothing is coincidence. Every step, every pause, every video that encounters you is a vibrational mirror of your expansion. And this moment now is the seal of your journey. You are not just listening, you are transforming as you listen. And this transformation is irreversible. The decree has been pronounced, the field responded, and reality has already begun to shift. Now that the decree has been issued, the next step is learning to remain in it. Because the secret is not just activating the field, it is sustaining the vibration it has recognized. And that's why the universe brought you here. Not to understand more, but to live differently. Every day, with every thought, every emotion, the field is simply asking you, do you still vibrate like someone who already has? That's where what the universe has prepared to keep you grounded comes in, the new vibrational reality manual. This manual is no ordinary book. It is a vibrational field of permanence, created for those who already understand the power of the decree, but need to learn to sustain it every day. Within it, you will find guided practices, energetic recalibration exercises, and affirmations that keep your mind, body, and heart synchronized with the frequency of abundance. Each page was written to help you remain in the vibrational state that makes the field continue to obey you, so that you never again return to the cycle of haste, fear, or scarcity. Because your first million has already been decreed, now it's time to consolidate the vibration that attracts it. The link is just below in the pinned comment. Access the new vibrational reality manual and transform what you felt in this video into a daily practice of power, coherence, and prosperity. The field has already responded. Now, it just needs you to stay. And now, write in the comments, not as someone who waits, but as someone who vibrates with certainty. I vibrate with the certainty that my first million is already on its way. Write consciously, as if confirming a decree. Each word is an energetic command. Each sentence is a direct message to the universe. When you declare, the field records it, and what the field records, it fulfills. This is your vibrational signature, and the field, at this very moment, is listening, because from now on, prosperity is no longer something you hope for, it's something you are. And the universe has no choice but to reflect what you've become. The decree is active, the energy is in motion, and the delivery has already begun.